Good afternoon. I am Professor I.H. Sheth, and today we are going to speak about permutations and isomorphism. I will start with permutations. We know that for a non-empty set S, the set AS of all 1-1 correspondence is defined on S, that means F from S to S is 1-1 correspondence. Is a group under composition of mapping, binary operation, composition of mapping. Composition of mapping. The study of the group AS becomes more interesting when S is a finite set. If S is a finite set with n elements, then we denote by the group Sn. We denote the group AS by Sn, and we call it a permutation group or symmetric group of degree n. An element F belonging to Sn is called a permutation on set S. Set S. Usually we have a notation that F is a function from set A to B. This is our standard notation for the representation of a function. But in the permutation group, we have a special notation for it. And so to obtain that special representation, first, without loss of generality, we take S equal to the set of first n natural numbers 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1 and n. Now, suppose F belongs to Sn. That means F is a permutation on S. To represent this F, first we write down elements 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1 and in the first row. Below that, in the second row, we write down the values below F2, F3, Fn minus 1 and Fn. And thus we get a compact representation for the permutation F belonging to Sn. Now, this permutation, we take two illustration. Suppose F belongs to S4 and F1 is equal to 2, F2 is equal to 3, F3 is equal to 1 and F4 is equal to 4. Then we can write down this F in this form: 1, 2, 3, 4. Below 1 we write down the value 2, below 2 we write down the value 3, 1 and 4. And so this is the representation of the permutation F belonging to S4. Conversely, suppose G belongs to S4 and G is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 1, 4, 3. Then what we can say is that function G is defined from set S to S and G1 is equal to 2, G2 is equal to 1, G3 is equal to 4 and the value of G at 4 is equal to 3. Now this representation is very useful in obtaining inverse and composition of two mappings. We know that if F belongs to Sn, then F is 1, 1 and on 2 and so F inverse exists. Now, a definition of F inverse says that Fx is equal to y if and only if F inverse y is equal to x for x and y belonging to S. Now, this gives us that if we want to find out F from F inverse from F, we have to interchange the first and second row. That means if I want to find out inverse here, then F inverse can be given by 2, 3, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to write down in our standard notation, we write down this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Below 1, the value is 3. Below 2, 1, 4, and 3. So this is F inverse. Same way we can find out the composition of two mappings. Suppose here we know our definition that G composition, value of G composition F at X, any element X, is equal to G Fx. And so to obtain the composition G composition F, what we do is, first we write down the elements, in this case is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we write down the value of F in the second row below this. And so what we get is 2, 3, 1, 4. I write down here F. Now in the third row, I write down the value of G at these elements. And what I know is that G2 is equal to 1, G3 is equal to 4, and G1 is equal to 2, and G4 is equal to 3. Now this is our G. Combining the first and third row, alright, what we get is G composition F is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 2, 3. So we can find out inverse and composition of two permutations very easily with the help of this representation. Now next question is, for a given n, our group Sn is finite or infinite, and for that again this representation will be helpful. That suppose F belongs to Sn, and suppose F I can write down in our notation n minus 1 and n, F1, F2, F3, Fn minus 1 and Fn. Now what I can say about F1? F1 is an element of S. S contains n elements, and so F1 can be chosen in n different ways. Now what about F2? Since our function is 1, 1 and on to both, alright, this is F1 is different from F2. So once we have fixed the value of F1, alright, for F2 we have n minus 1 choices. So F1 has n choices, F2 has n minus 1 choices. Continuing this process, what we can say is that Fn minus 1 has 2 choices, and finally Fn has only 1 choice. That means the total number of choices, alright, for F will be n, n minus 1, n minus 2, up to 2, n to 1, and that is equal to factorial n. This says that our group Sn is finite, not only finite, but its order of the group Sn is equal to factorial n. So if you take n equal to 4, then group S4 contains factorial 4, that means 24 elements. This is the general part about the group Sn. Now we want to define some special elements of the group Sn, and we'll see that these special elements plays important role in the study of the permutation group Sn. So now we have some special elements of group Sn. First, take any two integers p, distinct integers p and q belonging to S, p not equal to q. Define the map F from S to S like this. Fp is equal to q, Fq is equal to p, and Fm is equal to M for M different from P and Q. And what we can say is that F is both 1, 1 and on 2, and so this F belongs to Sn. This F defined in this special way is known as transposition. Now one thing more. If we see the definition of F here, again what we can say is F inverse Q is equal to P, F inverse P is equal to Q, and F inverse M is equal to M for M not equal to P and Q. And this implies to us that F is equal to F inverse. Or in other words, F composition F is equal to identity map on the set S. Now F is not equal to identity map because we have two distinct elements P and Q such that F maps P into Q, so F is not an identity map. But F composition F, that means F square is equal to Is, and this gives us that order of F is equal to 2. That means a transposition has order 2. Now we generalize this method, and instead of two elements, we take distinct k elements P1, P2, Pk, alright, distinct elements belonging to S. Now we define the mapping G from S to S as follows. That Gp1 is equal to P2, Gp2 is equal to P3. Continue this way. Gpk minus 1 is equal to Pk, Gpk is equal to P1, and Gm is equal to M for M different from P1, P2 and Pk. Again we can see that this mapping is 1, 1 and onto, and so G belongs to Sn. The function G defined in this way, alright, is called cycle of length K. There is a special notation for G also, just like transposition. We denote G as P1, P2 and Pk. P1, P2, Pk are called elements of cycle G. Usually we denote this cycles by the notation C1, C2, C and so. So here we have a cycle of length K. We can prove that order of G comes out nothing but is equal to K. That means if you have a cycle of length K, then its order also comes out nothing but is equal to K. Now what we can say is that transposition is a special part of this. Now let us study some properties of the group Sn. If you take n equal to 2, then there is only two elements. What we get the elements is S2 is equal to I and 1, 2. And we can see that any group of order 2 is commutative, and so S2 is commutative. Now let us see the n equal to 3. Then we know that S3, order of S3 is factorial 3, and so it contains 6 elements. And now let us take these two elements. C1, P, F is equal to 1, 3 and G is equal to 1, 2. That means actually what we are doing is this. 1, 2, 3, 1 goes to 3, 2 goes to 3 and this. And what is your G? G is equal to 1, 2, 3, 2 goes to 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1 and 3 goes to 3. Now if we take G composition F then what we get is 1, 2, 3. Under F, 1 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 3, so 3. 2 goes to 2 and 2 goes to 1, and so 2 goes to 1. 3 goes to 1 and 1 goes to 2, so it is 2. What is about F composition G? Again we write down 1, 2, 3. Under G, 1 goes to 2 and 2 goes to 2, so 1 goes to 2. 2 goes to 1, 1 goes to 3, and so 2 goes to 3. 3 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 1, and so this. And what we can say is that under G composition F, 1 goes to 3, while under composition F composition G, 1 goes to 2, and that implies G composition F is not equal to Fg. That means for n greater than or equal to 3, all of this is the group Sn is not commutative. Not commutative. Now one thing more. Here we have taken a very special 2 cycles, 2 transposition, and still all of this is they are not commutative. It seems that we have to put some conditions to get the commutativity of the cycles. And we have one theorem, but before we prove that theorem, we define one terminology. Suppose F is equal to P1, P2, Pk, and G is equal to Q1, Q2, Qm are 2 cycles belonging to Sn.